But I do think what we're seeing right now is President Maduro. I saw a hand on a head as they were coming out of the plane, which suggests that maybe somebody's in handcuffs. So if we're and there's video being taken of this person coming down the stairs. So I'm going to guess that is a social media person that's going to post a video of Maduro, who we see gingerly going down the stairs right now, unless that is his. It could be his wife. It's just very hard to tell. Again, it's 5:23 here on the East Coast, and night has fallen, so the only illumination we have is the stairway, and it's not providing quite a lot of detail. I guess we'll have to wait to see what that social media video, which I presume is being taken, will show us a bit later. But this does appear to be either Maduro or his wife coming down these stairs. I do also want to bring in former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton. He's also the former U.S. ambassador to the UN. So, Ambassador Bolton, thank you very much for joining us, number one. As we watch this, help me understand what we should know about the inner workings of this administration, this national security team, and why they'd want to do this.
Well, I think this obviously tracks back to what happened in the first Trump term when we tried to overthrow Maduro and his regime. So I'm happy that Maduro is walking down those steps. It's long overdue. But I think we have to distinguish between Maduro on the one hand and the regime on the other. Facts are scarce here, but it looks to me like the regime is still in power, and Trump has dealt it a body blow to the opposition this afternoon by saying that Mrs. Machado, the de facto leader, is not popular and perhaps not the person to take over if, in fact, the regime does fall. That shows the completely confused way in which the administration, with the exception of the Pentagon, has approached this.
Do you have a sense? I mean, you said that you guys wanted to do this back during the first administration. I want to ask you, number one, who was really behind that push? And number two, was there ever a plan in place for what happens after Maduro is gone? And again, this does appear to be Maduro in the middle of this scrum in what looks like maybe a gray or blue sweatshirt. We saw him a little bit earlier on the image that the president posted, blindfolded and handcuffed, and it appears maybe he's still blindfolded in a gray sweatshirt, which would likely come off as blue, given the daylight scenario, the lack of daylight over there. Again, Ambassador Bolton, who is behind the push? Who really wanted him out? And then number two, was there ever a plan for day two?
Well, I think the problem in the first term, a lot of the president's senior advisors wanted to work with the opposition to overthrow Maduro, who had stolen the 2018 election in Venezuela, just like he recently stole the 2024 election. Our problem was that trying to keep Trump's attention to it. And there was extensive planning led by Larry Kudlow, who was chairman of the National Economic Council, working with the opposition for the day after. I'm not sure that's happened here, but I can tell you there was no talk about taking over the country, although I will say I looked in my book just for his story's sake, and in August of 2018, Trump said to me with respect to Venezuela, and I quote, "It's really part of the United States." So this has been on his mind for some time.
He mentioned oil a whole lot. Were you surprised by that?
No, he mentioned oil in the first term as well, and that was on his mind. People should remember that when Trump tells everybody how opposed he was to the Iraq war that George W. Bush launched to overthrow Saddam Hussein, Trump, not always, but very frequently would say, well, you know, if we had gotten the oil, it would be a different thing. That's how he approaches this. It's like an economic transaction to him.